Hello there everybody, how are we today? Are we all good? Are we all feeling frisky? Are we all feeling like an absolute beast? Well, we're going to go today, this is a video really, about grip, okay? Grip on the golf club, what the different type of grips do, the way that I understand it and the way that I've changed my grip. Okay, so, for me, to control these clubs, one of the things that I have had to do is I have had to make sure that when I come back, my club face does not open too much. So that when I come back onto the ball, my club face is square to target, not closed, not open. Now, shout out to Tough Luck, by the way. All right, Tough Luck, he sent me a video this morning trying to explain how to stop the slice, right? Now, the way that now me and Tough Luck, I haven't really done a video, have I yet, Tough, about this. So the way that I've changed my grip to close my club face, it might sound counterproductive, but this is how I've done it. So normally I have a neutral grip. Okay, so what I mean by that is my thumb is straight down the shaft, link my fingers, and this thumb comes slightly over. Okay, that's a neutral grip. Yeah, a weak grip would be this thumb coming round this way, okay? So my left hand on and the thumb is going to the left. Now that's going to create a weak grip, and that is going to mean you are going to open your club face on the way back and probably hit with an open club face when you come through. Now what you've got to bear in mind is this here is your grip hand. Your right hand only just rests on to hold the position, to hold the club in position. There's no grip going through your right hand ever. It's all left hand, right? So, if you're here, I'll do it more back to the camera, but then you'll be able to see the club correctly, right? So if you're here, right, and you put your, now don't forget the finger position for this. So it's not here. If it's in the grip, it's going to be weak, okay? If it's in the grip, it's going to be weak. If it's in your palm, should I say, it's going to be weak. The club needs to always sit there, okay, across your fingers. If you want to do it a little bit more, like that, well, tilt it a little bit more, basically, like that, yeah? It will grip a little bit tighter. Your thumb will come more over this way. Now, when your thumb comes over this way, it's a strong grip. Now, what does that do? So, weak grip, hand on, thumb's gonna be there, right? And then you're gonna link, and that would be a weak grip. That will cause you to open the club face. The club face will want to open when you've got your grip like this. You'll feel it. The club face will want to open if your thumb is here and you're too far in your palm. Way too far in your palm. You're not in your fingers, okay? A neutral grip will be fingers on correctly, like this. Yeah, like this. Fingers on, fingers round, thumb down the shaft, right? This thumb will be down the shaft on a neutral grip. So on a neutral grip, it will look something like that, okay? Then you will grip with your right hand, and your right thumb would come slightly over, and it would just turn over like that slightly, which would kick your club head in slightly, okay? So it would give you more of a draw bias. So you are correct there, yeah? Tough, you're correct, you are. But there's another way of doing this that is slightly different. So what I've done is my left hand is the position change. So with my left hand, rather than being neutral here, I am now, basically, all I have done is moved my hand round so I can see more of these knuckles and move my thumb over. Now, when my left hand is on like that, it will close the club face. The club face wants to close. It does not want to open. I'm not joking with you, watch. So, club face neutral, right? When I put my hands on, hold on, let me grab the shaft so it doesn't open, right? When I put my hands on in this grip, in this new grip, and I fold my hand over, look what happens straight away. The club face wants to close. It actually wants to close when my hand is on like that. So now the difference that I've done with my grip is, it is here now, look. Now when I look down on the club, when I look from above, when I look from here now, I can see both of these knuckles, okay? With a neutral grip, I can only see really one of my knuckles. Right, with this grip, I want to be seeing two of the knuckles, and it's only a slight change. If you look at my hand going around the thing, yeah? So, normal grip, and all I'm doing is moving that over. So I can see more of these knuckles. And what that does is that keeps that club face, it makes it want to close. The grip itself makes it want to close. And then all I have to do is lay the right hand on and fold the right thumb over as well to lock that in position. Now believe me, that club face will not open to target now, it will not, right? And then it's just down to swing. So, if you draw the ball, so if you hit the ball left, right, you have probably got too much of a strong grip, okay? So you are probably too much over here, right? You want to come a little bit more round and let the club sit here, wrap your fingers and just let your hand sit very naturally on the club. So your thumb is straight down, right? And then let this thumb sit naturally on the club. And don't bring this thumb so far over if you've got a draw. Try and let it sit a little bit straighter. And what that will do is on your backswing, that will incorporate a little bit of club face opening. And that'll probably cure your draw. Or you'll hit a lot more shots that go straight rather than draw to the left. If you have a neutral grip and you hit the ball dead straight, you don't need to change your grip, you don't need to do anything. Okay, so if you've got a nice neutral grip like this, and which is how I used to have my old clubs. So my old clubs, before I had these blades, was a neutral grip, yeah? It didn't matter so much about the club face opening because there was cavity backs and they had a lot of forgiveness. So if I came slightly across the ball or the club face opened too much on the backswing, it wasn't so much of a problem if I came to the target with my club face kinked slightly open or whatever, because the forgiveness from the cavity back would correct it and I'd still hit it straight, far and high. If you're wondering why I'm sweating, by the way, I've been training, yeah? So obviously that neutral grip was okay for the cavity backs, but not for the blades. For these blades, I have to hit it like bang in the middle. There is no forgiveness. If I don't hit the ball there, if I don't hit it there with the club, right, I'm done, right? So what I have done, so let's recap. So draw. You've probably got too much of a strong grip. It may have a lot to do with your swing, but if you want me to do a video on swing paths and what swing paths create, I'm more than willing to do that. I can do that because I obviously know what a draw, what a fade, everything feels like and how you're supposed to swing to create them. So I can do that video. Let me know after this video. If you're hitting a fade, which most people, right, hit it right. Most people hit it right. Some people do draw it to the left, but most people hit it right. If you're hitting it right, you are going to have a weak grip, right? Or you could just have a standard grip. So you could just have a neutral grip, but for your clubs, they are more toe out. So you're always going to hit it right unless you get your grip strong. So if you are hitting it to the right, chances are you've got a weak grip. Now, what I mean by a weak grip, right, is this hand is going to be way too much in the palm. You're going to be here, look. You're not going to be here for starters. So first things first, get it there, okay? Grip with your fingers, then your hand. It's supposed to be like that. It's supposed to sit. You see on this meaty bit in your hand here, yeah? So when you've got your hands down the club, it should fit on the meaty bit, okay? Right? So if you're too far round here in your palm, if you're in your palm, that fucking thing is going to twist open every time and you're going to whack it right. Now there's a good way of knowing whether it's swing or whether it's open club face. Open club face will tend to make it go right like that. It will actually bend right, okay? Swing usually means you'll push it right, so it'll go straight right. So if you're bending it right, the grip alone could stop you doing that. So what you want to do is you want a slightly stronger grip. So in your fingers, not in your palm, in your fingers, not in your palm, in your fingers, okay? There, it's so important, not there. If you are anywhere other than there, you're not going to be able to grip this club properly, trust me. So, club in the fingers, grip round. Now when your thumb comes down, all you're going to do, right, watch, all I'm going to do from here is, let me see if I can get, there we go. All I'm going to do from here, so neutral grip, all I'm doing is I'm just turning my hand over the club slightly so I can see more knuckles when I look down. That's all I'm doing. When I look down, I want to be able to see two knuckles instead of one. Okay, so two knuckles on my left hand that I can easily see instead of just being able to see one. And then when you bring the right hand on and slightly bring it over. Okay, watch. So right hand on, slightly bring it over, and that'll lock that even in more of a draw position, more of a closed club face. and that might correct your ball flight. That might correct your accuracy. That might make you stop sending it so right all the time, because I know it's frustrating. Now you've got to remember, this applies to your drive, to your pitching wedge, to every club in your bag, okay? Now if you change the grip and you're still sending it left or you're still sending it right, then it's going to be your swing path. It's going to be your actual swing. You're either coming too far out to in, or you're coming too far round and having to come over to get to the ball. So many different things you can be doing if your swing is not right. I will do another video on that. Let me know in comments if you'd like that video. Hit the thumbs up, hit the likes. This was just my theory on gripping, how I've changed my grip to be able to use these clubs, because they're very hard to use. I am playing this afternoon on this channel, so 5:30 I'll be playing. I'm still hitting the occasional messed up shot with this, but that's more swing path now than grip. My grip is sorted, so the grip's sorted, the grip's perfect how I need it. Unfortunately for me, because I've changed my swing again, I'm having some swing path issues occasionally. Sometimes I'm coming too far around the back, and I'm having to come over to get back to my swing plane, which is causing me to come across the ball and slice it. Bad, right? Sometimes I'm coming too far out to in, because I'll feel myself come too far round, and then on the next shot, I'll come out to in, and I'll come across the ball again and fucking slice it. And then usually on the third shot, I'll kind of get it in the middle, and I'll hit a right one, and then it can carry on from there. I've not actually stepped on the first tee yet, because don't forget, I'm using this new grip, right? So the old grip from this side looks like this. Watch the fingers, mate, basically, more than anything. Look at the line of my fingers, okay? This will give you an idea of how it's changed. So, normal grip. Look at the line of my hands, right? New grip. You see how the line changes? That's because now I've got this more here, more against my hand, basically. And you see how my fingers aren't in line no more? Well, that's because I've got to bring my thumb over. So, because obviously you can see my thumb here. It's not here. You can't see it. You haven't lost it behind the shaft. You can actually see my thumb on this side of the shaft. And then all I've done is put my right hand over and bring the right hand round. That's all I've done. And that keeps my club face straight at the ball striking moment, straight when I get to the bottom of my swing path. Okay? And then obviously I've had to change my whole swing as well, because with my cavity backs, I've always swung out to in slightly. They've corrected it. It wouldn't work with these. I kept slicing it. So then I've come really round myself, like hip to hip, literally turned like that through the ball. 50% of my shots I could hit. I was like, nah, this ain't gonna work. Then I started coming just more round myself, but with more shoulder twist. That didn't work. So now the way my swing is this. My swing comes to here, like normal. It's like it comes more round than it ever has. Normally it comes out. Now it does come round. So it comes round. But my thought from here is to get this shoulder through and up. Right? That's the only thought I have in my mind now when I use these irons. Right? Get this shoulder through and up. Right? That's what I have to do. That's how I have to hit these clubs. So when you're watching me play today, if you see any shot where I don't get that shoulder through and up and proper proud in my gesture, then believe me, I'll fuck it up. But we can go through swing paths, because I'm very good at changing swing path, very good at correcting swing, and I'm very good at implementing it very quickly to my own game, just by watching myself swing on camera. So I can probably help some of you guys. If you liked the video, please hit the likes, subscribe, and I'll see you all soon, man. Much love and respect. Have a banging day. I hope this helped you. I hope you can go on the golf course now and Happy Gilmore that shit. I hope you can go on there and be your own special, well, whatever your first name is, Andy Woods, Danny Woods, Craig Woods, Stephen Woods. We've all Tiger Woods out here, mate. Because Danny's learning us the way to become a champion. With the old grip and the swing and the ball striking and everything. And the thing is with Danny G, is it's real as shit. You get to see every messed up shot, every good shot, every birdie, every bogey. You even get to see a 7. Sometimes Danny really messes up when I get a 7 in it. You know, like a triple snotter. So it's always real with me, folks. So follow my journey, learning to use the hardest clubs in the goddamn world to at least be bad boys. But I love it. I love the challenge. I love the challenge. And as I'm learning, as I'm adapting, I mean, a lot of knowledge I have from years ago when I used to play. Obviously, I play for an 8 handicap. But every time I'm learning and adapting my own game, I am teaching you what I'm learning. Now, the one thing I will say, the only thing I'm going to say before I go, is these clubs, right, if you don't have a perfect swing and a perfect grip, you will not be able to hit these clubs. It is that simple. So by the time I've got to the point where I hit these, kind of similar to how I hit my old clubs, my swing will be perfect and so will my grip. So if you follow my journey and follow me talking about what I'm doing, how I'm changing my swing, what I'm thinking about, what's going through my mind when I'm over the ball, all that kind of stuff, it will probably help you along your journey of getting better. So as I get better, you can get better. We can get better together. Yeah, boy! That's what we like. High energy, lots of love and compassion, lots of positivity, but high energy, baby. High energy. I'll see you this afternoon on the golf course. Peace out.